Hi YouTube, my name is India and thanks for clicking on my video. So don't mind this thing right here. I'm going to be puffing a little bit while I talk to you guys and give you, share with you some of the experiences that I've had in my life. So I don't know if you've watched my previous videos. If you have, good, you kind of already know like a little bit about me, my background, and history with addiction and me overcoming it and stuff like that. But before I get into this story time, testimony type of video, I just want everyone to know that any type of story time that I do, say I start laughing and I'm discussing with you guys and I'm, just kind of taking it not very seriously. I do take every single thing that's happened in the past seriously when I try to articulate like what it is that I am describing to you guys out of these stories. I try to make it a little bit more interesting and fun to watch and engageful, which is why I kind of put a little excitement into my stories. But yeah, I do not want anyone getting the wrong connotation at all. Addiction, recovery, it's all very serious, and this channel is not created or made to make people think that it's okay to do drugs, because it is not okay to do drugs, to continue using, and to not actively doing your best to get clean and sober. So anyways, I'm clean and healthy now. I have 4 years just about of sobriety. I have a 2-year-old son. He's amazing. We go to church every Sunday. I am a full-time Bellingham Technical College student, and I've been a student at this college now for almost 2 years, which I'm super excited about. Yeah, I mean, I'm super healthy as far as when it comes to like what I eat, what my kid eats. We only eat organic, no red meats, and lots of veggies, lots of fruits, etc. Yeah, so my mental state today is in no way, shape, or form anywhere close to what it was back when I was using. So just be aware of that throughout this story time or any future story times that I upload to my channel. Okay, so I want everyone out there to know that no matter how low you are in life, no matter how devastated you are in the moment, no matter how depressed you are or how bad your mental illness is that stems from addiction, it does not matter how bad your addiction is. If you are still living and breathing, you have the opportunity to get clean and sober and change your life around for the absolute better. So just keep that in mind, because I know that when you're lost in your own addiction, you feel like you're drowning, you can't think in the future, you just think in the here and now, and you look at yourself and your addiction and you think, oh my gosh, like I'm never ever in my life going to get clean and sober. I'm going to be doing this till the day that I die, and I probably will die soon. I can't envision myself living until I'm 90 or 100 years old. That's just not in my story. Not true, not true, not true. If you guys would have seen me and my lifestyle 5 years ago, dated back from when I was in the 7th grade, that's so long. And keep in mind, the progression each year just got worse, 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 until one day I literally died and came back to life because of an overdose, and it was so scary. That's gonna be a whole nother story time in itself. And but yeah, just for the purpose of staying focused, this video is going to be about the time that I got robbed at gunpoint. So, are you guys ready for this? All right, let me take a little hit really quickly. I'm nervous because, yeah, this freaking shit is crazy, but yeah. Okay, so I moved down to Renton maybe like 7 years ago, and I was down there for 4 years. During this time, it was definitely the worst 4 years out of my addiction, like no doubt, like no freaking doubt. So by this time, I am still shooting up dope, lots of dope. I was probably shooting up about $100 to $200 worth of heroin every single day, every day, every day. you know, my veins would get so bad to the point where I would be trying to shoot up from the time that people are laying their heads down trying to go to bed until the freaking sun came up. That is no exaggeration. That is pure truth. It's disgusting, I know. Anyways, moving past that. So I've been down in Renton now for about a year, actually. And keep in mind, I was a super recluse. Like, I did not leave my place unless it was to go to work as a bikini barista or to go and get my dope. Like, I didn't go out and hang out at the trap houses or anything like that. I was super depressed and I was new to the area. So for this entire first year, I practically never left my house unless it was for those two things, like I was just saying. So, you know, at the year, we're at that year mark and I'm like, you know what? Like, I need to get out there and like have a life and do shit. Like, I want to go to the trap houses and make some friends and, you know, do my dope over there and just freaking meet some people. Like, I'm bored as shit in my life right now. Worst mistake I could have ever made. Worst mistake. But anyway, so, man, ended up going to my dope dealer's house for like the 1000th time, but this time I came in to hang out and do some dope and etc. So that was the very first day that ever happened. Every day after that, I practically like lived over there. Not slept over there, but just stayed over there, got high, went back to my house, slept, repeat. Well, about a year or a year and a half of me going there and getting high, one day I scored and I ended up having an ounce of dope, ounce of heroin, and an ounce of meth on me, and about $2,000. And I had a little safe that I kept it all in, thinking that, you know, I'm untouchable, no one can steal from me, because that was happening a lot. Everyone was trying to take advantage of me. You know, like I was mentioning in my last video, I was escorting at this point. I always had hella cash on me. And just, you know, my car was nice. People seen me, you know, what I wore, and they just thought, oh, this skinny little white chick, like, we're gonna get over on her, like, for damn sure. And a lot of people did, you know, because I was super nice. I always wanted to help people, but anyways, moving this direction. So the day that I have, you know, all my stuff, I went over to my dealer's house. And it was in the morning time, actually. The sun was still out. We got a knock on the door, and it was this person I'd never met before. And I was just like, oh, hi. You know, I'm sitting down. I was the one that answered the door. But anyway, so he came to my dope dealer. He's like, oh, you got me dope. And my dealer was like, no, but that chick right there does. So anyways, he came over, sat down next to me, and I opened up my little safe. He's like, all right, I want 40. I was just like, okay, you know, pulled out my shit right in front of him. Keep in mind, like, he's a black dude. And the only reason I'm mentioning that is because everyone around me is of color. I was pretty much the minority in this area of Renton specifically. But anyways, and a lot of these people, like, you don't want to mess with them. They're very scary. They have guns on them. Like, they're gangsters, you know, gang life, you know. So anyway, so I served him up, and, you know, he's looking at my shit, and he's like, whoa, dude. I'm like, yeah. As if I, you know, had that type of shit every day. I didn't. I always just got little bits every day. I mean, I could have, but just never did. Anyways, so he's like, all right, I'll see you later. And I was like, see me later? Like, that was the first time I met him. But anyway, so he left, and it wasn't but 4 hours later, probably, got a knock on the door. So my dealer gets up and he goes to walk to the door, and he looks out the little peephole, and he like couldn't see anyone. So he freaking undeadbolts the door and opens it up this way, like this way, and the door flies open. All of a sudden there's two men with masks on with these freaking vest looking type things. Straight up, I thought they were the police. Like, they're like, get the fuck on the ground, put your hands up. And so I'm just like this, like putting my hands up. Everyone, we're all just putting our hands up. They shut the door. One of them has a gun to my head. The other one is just, you know, pointing the gun at everyone. All of a sudden, this dude right here, they were just barking orders. And so the reason that I just mentioned that was because, honestly, they looked like the police. They were talking like the police. So all of us in the room followed every single direction that they gave us. And scared as shit, like thinking that we were gonna die. So at this point, I didn't know this at the time, but at this point, there were 2 people in the back room, my dealer's son and another friend. Well, my dealer's son, we'll call him John. He hops in the closet, shuts the door, and he's hiding in there. So this one guy, you know, has the gun to my head, and the other guy just starts ripping shit apart, looking for shit. So he points the gun at my head, and he's like, "Where's the dope, bitch? Where's the dope, bitch? We know you have it." And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I literally would rather have my dope than fucking die. That is fucking pitiful. Anyways, I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, "Yeah, you do, bitch. Where's the dope, bitch? Where's the dope, bitch?" And I'm just like, I don't know. Anyways, meanwhile, this other guy is, like I said, ripping shit apart. He is destroying my dealer's apartment looking for my stuff. Anyway, so the guy that had the gun in my head, he's like, "All right," homeboy in the back, he's like, "I can't find it, bro, I can't find it." In that moment, I knew, like, had an inkling of a feeling like, okay, these people are not police. And the moment that reconciled that thought right there was when the guy looked at me and he's like, "Take your fucking clothes off, bitch." He's like thinking that I have this dope hiding on my person. And I'm just like, what? And he's like, "Take your fucking clothes off, bitch," screaming. Like I could feel his saliva, his breath, like, you know, hitting me. And so I'm just like, one by one, I'm just like, keep in mind, there's like 7 people in this house that had been there before the burglars came into the house, plus the 2 burglars. So about 9 or 10 people. So I'm just like looking around me, like super freaking uncomfortable, taking my clothes off one by one. I had to take my pants off, my panties off, my jacket, shirt, bra, everything. I had to take my hair down. He wanted me to shake my head. Anyway, so the guy that was, you know, roughhousing this shit came and walked into the living room, looked at me, and he's like, "You bitch, no one wants to see that shit. Put your fucking clothes back on." It was humiliating. So I was like, rushed to put my clothes back on, like super fast. So now I'm like, okay, we're good to go. Like my clothes are on. Anyway, so they're both starting to freak out at this point. They cannot find my dope. And they knew it was there. Somehow, some way, they just knew like my dope was there. Man. Okay, so at that point, you know, they're getting very nervous. You know, it feels like they've been there for at least freaking hours. Anyway, so he's like, "You know what, we're gonna take the bitch with us." My friend, my dope dealer, was like, "Fucking take her. We don't even know this whore. We call her on some stripper hotline and fucking order her up. She just got here like an hour ago. Take her. We don't fucking know her." Wow, good friends. I didn't even say anything. I just was shocked. I was freaking shook, dude. So anyways, the guy ended up finding it. But right before he found it, the guy that had the gun at my head kept turning and like watching like everyone, you know? And I looked down when his head turned and I seen a screwdriver, like a pointy ass screwdriver with a hand grip on it. And when I was game planning in my head, I was like, okay, like, you know, the second that he looks away again, I'm gonna grab it and freaking get him in the jugular. Like that's the only, you know, avenue my mind was going to in that moment. But then I was thinking like a trillion miles per minute, like, well shit, if I freaking kill him, am I gonna go to prison for life? Like, you know, like just think about all of this stuff. Like, is he gonna shoot me because, you know, maybe I got him but I didn't get him, like maybe I didn't kill him instantly, now he's gonna shoot me. I was like, but then if I freaking get him and I kill him, it's a success. What is this other guy gonna do? Is he gonna come in there and freaking shoot us all up? Like, I don't know. So anyways, that's when the guy found my shit. And it was in the most silliest place. I wasn't even trying to hide it. That's the funny part about it. It was in a brown paper bag sitting inside of there, my little safe like that, sitting inside of a brown paper bag at the chair on next to the table, but pushed in, right? Like, I just set it there. So anyways, he's like, "Bro, I found it, let's fucking go. And we're just like, my heart sunk. Everyone else is like relieved, but my heart sunk. Like I said, I'd rather have all my dope. Like, I'd rather get shot than have all my dope. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But anyways, so they start booking it out the door. The door flies open. They're booking it. I'm scurrying around for what little belongings that I have left, my purse, my keys. Anyways, so I'm going in this room, that room, trying to find like my shit. And I go into the back room. This is when I found out about my dealer's son and that whole situation. They had went in there, the guy that was rummaging through all the rooms, they found him in the closet, yanked him out and pistol whipped him, knocked him out like cold. He had a freaking, his head was pretty much opened, bleeding, blood running out. He was, like I said, unconscious. He looked dead. Yeah, it was the scariest thing in my life. But I looked down next to him and I seen his phone that was still on, and you could just see 911. It was like 6 minutes and going, right? So they were still like on the line, like with him, listening to everything that was going on. Oh my goodness. So anyways, I'm like, the fucking cops are coming. So I grabbed my shit, found my shit, and I'm running out the door. And the second that I go out the door and down the staircase, there's like all these cops like running up. They're like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm just like, I'm fine. They already left. Y'all took way too damn long. And they're like, do you need our assistance? Do you need us to come inside? And I was like, no. And I guarantee the owner of this apartment does not want you guys coming inside. And I knew that he wouldn't have because, yeah, let's just say there was a lot of bad shit in there that could incriminate him and get him arrested, paraphernalia of sorts, if you guys get what I'm saying. So then my dealer comes out and he's like, no, I don't want you guys in here, but my son, he's hurt. He got hit in the head and he needs an ambulance. And so, ambulance come, but I ended up leaving, getting in my car and driving away, went back home, had a heart attack, bawled my freaking eyes out. And yeah, that was everything that I had. That, when you're an addict and you have that much dope and it gets stolen from you in that type of way, at gunpoint, you're stripping naked, like you think you're gonna die, you're inches away from killing someone and thinking you're going to prison for the rest of your life. And dude, it was so humiliating. Until this day, you guys, I have absolutely no freaking clue. I have speculated, and the only thing that comes to like my thought process is the guy that I had met that day earlier, like never seen him before, came in, he's like, ooh, I'll see you later though. Like, yeah, it kind of sounds like it could have been that guy. But yeah, I went through this whole phase, right, where I literally was daydreaming about killing these men slowly. Like, if I had ever found them and captured them, I would tie them up and I would kill them slowly. I was thinking about every which way that I would do it in. And I was so serious about it. Like I just said, if I found them, I was going to hurt them bad, like very bad, but never found them. So yeah, that's kind of crazy, but never learned who officially it was. But my dealer's son died. He's not with us anymore. He passed away and he died because of the trauma to his head. So yeah, that's devastating too. And his dad, so my dealer, I was always friends with the dad, right? The kid was cool too, but the reason I would go there was for my dealer. But my dealer totally fell off, like mentally. Like, he had this nice apartment, he had his shit going on for him, he was a dealer making money. Yeah, let's just say homeless and disgusting and depressed and everything within a 2-week period. But, oh, that's my little boy, he just woke up, so I was doing this video while he was sleeping. But anyways, you guys, that's all I have time for to discuss with you guys about this topic today. But I really hope that you like this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, help your girl out. And yeah, let me know if you guys like this story, if you guys want similar stories like this, because I do have a lot of drama in my history and suspenseful freaking crap that's happened in my life. And I am ready to share those stories. I feel like enough time has passed now to where I've healed, tremendously from everything that I can talk about, literally anything now, and I actually want to, because I really want to help people and inspire people to get healthy, happy, clean, sober, and to be the best versions of themselves that they can possibly be. Okay guys,